Alrighty, so hello YouTube, this is Eric.
Oh gosh, hi YouTube. Wow, bit of a rolling start this time. We were just talking about PS5 scalpers because guess what? The Sony State of Play was just yesterday.
Did you watch it, by the way?
I did not watch the actual stream. No, we got some interesting stuff off that though.
Yeah, a lot of it was just Call of Duty and crap like that, but
I love my Call of Duty. I shoot, I kill, I die.
Don't forget you verbally assault a person on the other end and threaten their family.
Threaten their family, yeah. All right. While we're going through this, we can talk about what was revealed in the State of Play. But welcome to Bloodstained, Curse of the Moon. So once upon a time, a man named Koji Igarashi made some good Castlevania games. He put them out. He worked for Konami, and then people said, "Hey, these are pretty good Castlevania games." And then things changed. Everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked, as the people like to say. And Konami had their priorities shifted a little bit away from game development and towards pachinko. Now we don't get any more Castlevania games.
Yeah.
That man and his team, Koji Igarashi, said, "But we like making gothic action platformers. That's a lot of fun. We want to keep making that." And that's where Bloodstained comes from. He got a bit of a pitch starter. Fuck. A bit of a Kickstarter campaign going on, and everyone who supported his old work took a look at those screens about 5 to 6 years ago now. The Kickstarter first came out, and they all said to themselves, "Wowzers! Igarashi and his team, they want to make more Castlevania. I like Castlevania." The Kickstarter went so outrageously well that it was, until it was beaten by Shenmue 3, the most financially successful Kickstarter campaign in the site's history. That was a huge burst of confidence for the team, and now because of that we have Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, which is the full title, and this companion game, which came out shortly before the full title. And let me tell you something. The full game, a Ritual of the Night, is a fun Metroidvania. But Curse of the Moon is so shockingly good that I might actually prefer it a bit more than the main game itself. This game is so great. It's amazing.
So Matt, the original Kickstarter campaign, the way you describe it, do I understand this correctly? When you play the video, Psycho Mantis comes on the screen and he goes, "Did you like Castlevania?"
"So I hear you like Castlevania." Oh my god. That is the essential breakdown.
Yeah, that's the backstory that you just saw scrolling on the screen. That's exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah, the total same thing.
I love the train just passing by. Like,
oh, it's good.
You don't know that there's a train tracks nearby, but this kind of establishes that, right? So that you're not going to be like, where the fuck is this train come from?
100%. Which is important because, as you probably know, the train is what we step onto for the first boss of the game.
Yeah.
So it is some nice foreshadowing.
I do keep forgetting the names of all the characters. We have David Hayter here.
We have Zongetsu, that's correct.
We have She Simon.
Yes.
We have
Don't forget
the Discount Alucard and Sypha's grandpa.
Yeah, that's more or less how it all breaks down. Yeah, that's the cast of Bloodstained. Now, something that people have been curious about for a bit here is, where does Curse of the Moon fall into the timeline for Ritual of the Night? And my theory is it's not actually a shared universe. I believe that these are two different timelines, and it's just using the same cast of characters, but two different canons. That's what I think.
It's like, how do you start a franchise running. You create a Gaiden game, like right off the bat.
Yeah. Now, I'm not going to spoil what happens, because what would be the point of spoiling it? But the way that it breaks down is something big happens to Zongetsu here at the end of this game's true ending, and it kind of comes into conflict with him showing up in the main game. So it doesn't even make sense for the two to have a shared timeline. I really do think it's two different timelines with the same cast of characters.
That being said, I don't know about you, but I have not played Curse of the Moon 2 yet.
Neither
so
have I.
Who the hell knows, right? Like, maybe it looked pretty batshit crazy with, like, more modern parts.
That corgi's in a fucking mech, man.
Right? So,
yep.
But for all we know, that's gonna, like, I don't know, somehow lead back to the main game. Would you put it past them? Oh.
I want to do a cool trick. I can't recall if you can actually kill the zombies.
I don't think
chandeliers.
so. I feel like I would have tried that, and I feel like I would have been disappointed with the result. Oh, look, it's the Panther from Castlevania 1.
There's Panther.
Oh, so, yeah, at first I was expecting you to play another Castlevania this Halloween season. But
and I kinda did. Maybe a little bit.
Right. But since you're not, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it now. The Dracula miniseries on Netflix is really good. You should check it out.
The Dracula miniseries?
Yeah, it's like a 3-part series by Netflix and BBC about Dracula. Wow. It's very interesting.
I don't believe I know about this.
I just kind of stumbled on it while browsing, and like it's like 3 episodes, but each episode is like an hour and a half, so it's almost pretty much almost like a feature film trilogy in a way.
Oh wait, no, sorry. The BBC one. Actually, yes, I have heard of that, but I forgot until just this moment. Yeah.
So yeah, I recommend.
You would recommend that one then?
Yes, for anybody who likes their interesting turns and twists on the Dracula lore, which I think. What is that 4444? Is that anything?
Oh, that is a great question, and I have no answer for you. I have no clue.
So,
all right, first boss.
The giant steam engine.
Yes, that's accurate.
So
now,
if you
people, oh, go on.
When you defeat him, does that make the train stop? Like, he literally is the steam engine of the train.
The train doesn't really need to stop. It's okay. But it probably should be that way. You're right, yeah.
In a way, you're fighting the train.
That's right.
I love how they make the use of changing, like, level tiles for, like, all the boss fights.
Oh, yeah.
They really make you make use of the level layout to like create new platforms for you, or make you create new platforms for yourself in some cases. It's well designed.
Now, as people have pointed out about the Castlevania franchise before, and this essentially still applies, is a very good Castlevania game will make you really pine for your sub-weapons. Like, it'll make you really go, gosh, I really wish that I had this because this part's really hard. Mm-hmm. It'll have you thinking that constantly. And that's how it's supposed to go, because if your Castlevania game has a overpowered primary weapon, then what's the point in your subs in the first place? You're supposed to want to have that. You're supposed to want to feel the pressure and be grateful that the sub-weapons are there in the first place. and Curse of the Moon does a great job at that. Like you saw me, take away a huge amount of a life at the start of the fight with the whip, and man, the fight would have really been shortened if I had that for the whole run. So no, this does a great job of carrying over the tradition of valuing your sub weapons quite a lot. They're great.
It's She Belmont.
It's She Belmont. I can't believe we get Miriam in this game. The main character of the main title. Who would have thought? Now, something that you just saw, which I'm not sure if you tried this for when you played the game, on Eric, but the big twist for the side game is the multiple endings you can get based on your actions on the recruitment screen. When you walk up to a team member that you can recruit, you don't have to press up and talk to them to recruit.
Right.
You can kill them. You can just walk past them. You can do all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. No, we're not that masochistic.
No, now that influences the ending that you get.
Right.
For the main ending, which is the one where all 4 members of your party are fighting side by side with you, I'll have to recruit
everyone.
All of them. So that's what I'm going to be doing for this run.
So I totally didn't even realize that this is supposed to be the protagonist of the main game.
Yep.
So yeah, definitely doesn't seem like it would be the same canon.
Nope, not at all. For those of you at home who played this game through once casually but didn't realize that, yeah, that's how you get the alternate endings. Is you can choose to recruit, ignore, or kill the other party members on that recruitment screen, and that is how you get your other outcomes. We're going to show you the main way.
The slightly a slight variation on the classic marry, fuck, kill game.
Yeah. maybe a little bit different.
It's like that's the wholesome way of doing it. Like, do you recruit, kill, or ignore?
Yeah.
Oh, I would recruit.
Yeah.
I'd recruit her. I'd ignore him.
I want this wrinkly old wizard on my team. Yes, please, sir. Thank you. All right. Now, something interesting to point out for this frog section is if you can see the eyes on the shadow of the frog, that means he's going to leap out at you. If you don't see any eyes on it, as you can see there, even when it gets close to you, won't make the jump.
I did not catch that when I was playing through it.
You will get some forewarning on what you're dealing with here. Lots of little pieces of detail put into Curse of the Moon. It's almost like the developers knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
Like they had some kind of experience or something like that. Love it. Love it, love it. Now, the primary differences with Miriam compared to Zangetsu is if you want raw DPS, like you want to get tons of damage quick, then Zangetsu's sword has higher DPS because it comes out faster than a Miriam's whip. But the trade-off is Miriam's whip has more range. A couple points of comparison between the two is Zangetsu has a larger health bar, but the perk that Miriam gets is she's faster,
and she's got the Luigi jump,
and she got the slide and the Luigi jumps. So if you want range and agility, and that's what Miriam has. But if you want the DPS and the larger health bar, then you want Zangetsu.
If you're the type of person who likes to get around, you'd play as Miriam. If you're the type of person who likes to hit things with a sharp stick, that's Zangetsu for you.
If you
Oh!
Dang! I shouldn't have tried that.
And
That's okay. Now at least I can show you all how the system works. So now that I have fallen as Zangetsu, he is no longer playable at the moment. But once I wrap this level up, I will get him back.
And yeah, so you trade off your companions as they're almost like your extra life bars. So you're not even like, well, you're not, because you didn't lose a life, right?
Yeah.
Until
the only way to lose a life in this game is to get a party wipe.
right. That's that's those little napkins you get for when things get dirty at your party.
Yeah.
Buy our party wipes.
That's right.
Now with Lysol.
We could certainly use a few of those nowadays.
Yeah. Oh, it's the first boss from Castlevania.
And it's dead in one hit.
That's how you know we're next level here. It's like Super Saiyan 2 Goku facing off against the Cybermen.
Yeah, not quite a challenge. Yeah. So once again the angled knives that Miriam has here that I just traded off. Another a great example of the value of sub weapons, because if I couldn't aim up to get those bats, then that whole room would have been a lot harder. So
yeah, that's
once
what's.
again,
I mean,
great
this was true in Castlevania too, but that's what's cool about it, is that it's not just about like reach or power. It's about like
angles.
yeah, exactly. It's like different sub weapons have different pluses and minuses as to like where, like what kinds of things you'll be able to hit with them.
Yeah, 100%. They gave me the axe right here, just as I'm about to fall towards the golem here, which is perfect because the axe locks you into place as you're winding up, so it leaves you way open. But the trade-off is the power is fantastic. One hit.
Now, if you had lost Miriam, you would not have been able to get that, right? Because she's the only one who could slide.
Exactly.
Boom.
Mind your party. Always mind your party.
The same goes for that would have been a good advice for the communists.
Yes. Yeah, I'll take knives.
So you got these squid ladies.
Yeah, I got.
Are they
I got
squids?
the,
What are they supposed to
squids.
be?
Nah, it's not a big deal. I'm walking into the. I think they're ghouls of some kind. I'm walking into the boss fight with a little bit less health than I would have liked, but I do know how to beat him, so it's not too big a deal.
It's some kind of a centurtle. I don't know, like a centaur.
1, 2, 3, slide. Ah, I forgot to move.
You got shell shocked.
3, 4.
We don't get to
Alright.
see their health, right?
Nope.
No.
That's it for knives. Now, if he still had bubbles, then that movement there, boom, he would have shot them all out. But thankfully, if you can take them all fast enough, you don't have to worry about that. If you have Zangetsu in this fight, his jump is not high enough to get him safely past fuck. I did a bit of a misinput. The huge move where he rockets forward and covers the whole screen. Zangetsu can't normally jump over that, so you have to jump on the icicles that are left on the ground.
Right before
with
it.
Miriam.
Before it knocks
With
them.
with Miriam, you get to circumvent that a little bit because she's got the great jump. Alrighty, that's okay. That's okay. Not a big deal.
You got this.
We got this.
So let's talk about that PlayStation 5.
Let's talk about the PS5, folks. Do you like the PS5? I think it's I don't want to buy one at launch. However, that being said, it has a pretty good looking watch.
I usually never buy consoles at launch just because of inevitable bugs and things that will crop up. By the time I get them, you know, it's usually at least 6 months in, and then you have a bigger library of games to choose from, and if you're lucky, there's going to be some kind of a discount, and the initial bugs are going to be ironed out. So,
yeah.
Now, the thing that at yesterday's presentation that I was actually the most intrigued about is the new Final Fantasy.
16.
Yeah.
Got confirmed. Yeah.
It looks really cool. Honestly, like the thing that I'm the most like, this is the first Final Fantasy, and like since Advent Children, that doesn't have that like dead-eyed J-pop idol with too much plastic surgery look to the character designs. Which was my big like design complaint about all the Final Fantasies of recent years, including
including 7 remake.
Yeah. So this like I didn't even realize this was a Final Fantasy when I first like the beginning of the trailer. So yeah, the characters actually look like stylized humans and not like dead-eyed dolls.
Shit.
Oof.
Yeah.
So that's step one. I mean, it looks epic as hell, obviously. So that was probably the biggest and most intriguing surprise for me out of all of yesterday's stuff.
Good. Alright, just fucking give it your best shot. Every enemy in this game has a death move.
You just decided to tank it?
Well, it makes no difference now.
Yeah, but
yeah.
how would you have avoided that otherwise?
I think you have to use Miriam's high jump, but I'm not entirely sure. Yeah. So our next team member, yes. I could kill Albus, but I'm not going to.
Safe as grandpa. An alchemist.
So Alfred's deal is his movement, his melee, his jump. It's all shit. It's all terrible. But the big perk with him is he gets the best sub-weapons in the entire game, because those are some fantastic spells.
Yeah, his magic is off the wall. Especially the ice. The ice beam is my favorite. Ice is great.
Yeah. So yeah, as we were discussing, state of play for Sony went pretty well, I'd say. It was a pretty good state of play.
Yeah. I mean, the Spider-Man looks good, obviously.
Mr. Miles Morales, yeah.
Yes.
The thing that I am most excited for, since you know
me... Yes.
Is,
I saw that. I was like, oh, Matt's going to be excited about this. What is it, Matt?
I can't wait. God of War 2! No, it's the Virgil DLC for Devil May Cry 5.
Oh, okay. Actually, I was going to say it would have been the Demon Souls, but...
Oh, gotcha.
So I guess you have you had two things to be excited about.
The footage that I saw for Demon Soul is really solid, but I am a huge mark for the Devil May Cry franchise, and Virgil is my favorite character. He was playable in both 3 and 4, so him finally coming to 5 is a huge perk. I'm really happy for that.
Now, is that DLC going to be coming for the PS4 version as well?
Yep.
Okay.
So the way that it's going to work is this new DLC is going to be coming to current gen specifically with just the Virgil content. Like we're not going to get the PS4 version with ray tracing or the legendary Dark Knight mode, which fills the screen with tons of enemies or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be getting Virgil, like strictly just Virgil from a current gen.
Right.
Now the PS5 version of DMC 5 special edition is going to come with not only Virgil, but the legendary Dark Knight mode that fills the screen with enemies. It's going to get a turbo mode to speed up the game. It's going to get the ray tracing. It's going to get a bunch of new stuff that early model PS4s probably can't even handle.
So the incentive to upgrade to the PS5 version is high.
Yeah. I will, to be 100% honest with you, I'm still undecided. Like, if the Virgil DLC, like by itself, is cheap enough, then I'm willing to just get the Virgil DLC for my PS4 version for now. And like 3 or so years down the line, once I finally buy a PS5, then I wouldn't mind buying the game once again.
Yeah,
but,
that's smart.
But for the time being, I'm in the same boat as you, Eric, where I don't like to buy consoles on day one.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a good idea.
Of course, if Sony wants to send us a PS5 on day one, we'll take it.
We'll take it.
We'll.
I mean, I'm not gonna say no to it.
Oh, I forgot that they turn into actual platforms. That is. See?
What is this, a Metroid game?
I know. Okay, nobody's scared of you, boo.
No one.
And yeah, so as you may notice, whenever you put something in an ice cube, you destroy it with one hit, like Sub-Zero performing a fatality.
That's right. And you can even jump on it. How quaint.
Which is not something that Sub-Zero has ever done, as far as I know.
No.
That'd be kind of funny, like he just like freezes his enemy and then uses him as like a stepping stool.
Yeah, it's for a fighting game, not sure how they would not sure how they would work that in. I tried to be sneaky there. It didn't quite work so well. I think I'm actually fucked here because Albus's jump is so shit. I don't even think he can get past the middle part.
And you don't. Oh, and you're. Yeah, but it has to be beatable. Like, if you were put into like a soft lock for all intents and purposes, that's kind of shit design choice.
Yeah. Wait, no. I thought that I couldn't make that jump just now, but I can just barely make it.
Yeah. Okay.
So actually, it is possible.
Not ideal, but possible.
No!
Oh. And we're back on ice.
We're back on thin ice. Oh, there's health in there. Cool.
Mm.
Well,
that helps.
That helps.
Just,
oh, motherfucker.
Can you oh.
It's okay.
Wait, how do you get lives? Is it based on points or?
Yeah. It's based on points. I am struggling quite a bit with this part here because, as we have mentioned in the past, providing commentary and playing a video game, motherfucker.
Exhibit A.
A little bit deceptively hard. You're slow to react and you miss things that should be common sense when you're playing the game as you would normally. Because you're not focused. I am, quite frankly, not focused.
Alright, focus, Daniel-san.
Focus now.
You're a bunch of alchemists. Just say focus, focus.
That's right. Oh, out of all the characters in this game, I think my favorite to play is either Miriam or Discount Alucard.
Yeah,
She's actually tons of fun.
yeah, Miriam is so much fun. Just like that jump is so liberating. You just
Yep.
feel like you're fucking Spider-Man. Just how much you're able to get around with her.
Like this, for example, with the length of the whip,
Yeah,
this becomes nothing.
yeah.
Whereas with the Albus, that jump is all of a sudden a big problem.
Now this is one of those things where it's like, oh well, you really like her, but the more you play with her, the more of a risk there is that you'll lose her, right?
Yes.
And then you'll end up. So do you ration her, or do you? So there's that like risk versus reward kind of thing.
Exactly.
I love these skeletons where just like, yeah, go that way, go that way.
Go up. Darn. Okay, no, it's not gonna work.
So Matt, I have a little bit of bad news.
Got bad news.
We lost way more audio data than I expected last time.
Oh shit.
It was like little bits sporadically, so a lot of it is like half-finished conversations and stuff like that. So it's gonna be a little choppy.
Do we wanna try to start from scratch?
I mean, it's like one of my favorite games. I can start from scratch.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try and have a couple of redundancies. Like, I'm gonna try recording audio on my desktop computer actually, because it's powerful enough that it should be able to handle the game and the audio more so than my laptop with the glorious Windows 10.
Mm-hmm. All hail our savior, Windows 10.
Yeah.
Yes, my knives. Those knives are going to be incredibly useful for the boss of this stage.
Yeah, don't switch them for anything else.
Nope. Not even the axe.
Oh yeah, I like this boss. It's pretty cool. See, like
this boss is fun.
this is another example of like having to create your own platforms to reach him.
Yeah.
Now, like you said though, like the knives are mitigate that quite well as your jump. But if you play as like Zangetsu here, you kind of need to destroy those coins to get up top sometimes. Yeah, like here,
Yeah.
you would not be able to
if
do
you
that.
Or if you have Zangetsu's whip too, it's also a
Right.
bit easier.
Yeah, but you still have to destroy the coins to not get crushed by them.
Oh yes, yeah, sure.
And make a
Very,
little
very
step ladder for yourself. This is fun too. Oh yeah. The goal. So would that be called the Goldem?
That's the Goldem.
You can escape from the boss, but you cannot escape from my puns.
All right, good thing I have my mobility character.
Yeah.
Now that makes this part inconsequential.
Almost.
Ah, it's a good stuff. Almost.
And it wasn't gold all along. It was just bones. It was an illusion.
It was all a bad illusion.
It was
all a bad
worthless.
dream.
Worthless.
Death in the dream world will send your soul wandering for eternity.
Hey, it's... What's his name? What's his actual name here?
Jeeble.
Not quite as cool as Alucard.
Not quite as cool as Alucard.
Should have been like should have just been Frankenstein backwards.
Yeah.
What would that be?
Fair enough.
Let's see. That'd be like Knights Scarf. Knights in the
Dang, what a name!
Kind of still, I like it better than Jeeble. Is it Gebel?
The full game, a ritual of the night has voice acting, and I think they say Jeeble.
Oh, wait. So all of these characters are in it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So it's Jeeble, I guess. Oh, I do love.
So
The moon?
I love this fucking track.
Oh.
This track is fucking great.
Yeah, I love how gradually the moon changes phases as you play.
Yep. It's almost like the moon has a big role to play in the game.
I know, it's almost like there's some kind of a curse related to it.
A curse of the moon. Who would have thunk it? Who would have believed it?
All right,
let's go. Time to die.
Whoa.
Oh, big plot twist! I survived the whole time. It's a good thing that Jeeble's bat form drains your MP so fast, because if it didn't, Flight would break this fucking game.
Yeah, it would just be like
meaningless.
It would just be
tedious.
It would be the detective mode in Batman games, basically.
Yeah.
Where it's like, what's the point of not ever having it on?
What's the point of playing the game? Yeah, though.
What?
I'm a Spider-Man. I'm a Miles Morales. It is a game that I'm looking forward to playing one day, probably for a PS5.
Mm-hmm.
Something that Spider-Man fans might like to know is I have heard that the PS5 version of Miles Morales has a remastered version of a Spider-Man PS4 bundled with it.
Oh,
So that's interesting.
that would be interesting.
And guess what? That is a fantastic Spider-Man game. So that's a good bundle.
Shit, if that's true, then I might want to hold off on getting the original Spider-Man for the PS4. Because I figured while I don't have the PS5, I'm just gonna buy the original Spider-Man and play that on my PS4, and then... But if that's the case, then I might just hold off. I have a lot to play as it is anyway.
Knives not gonna work. Nah, it's okay. Because you already know that even though it's not going to be a day one purchase, we are eventually going to get a PS5. So
Yeah, it's not a matter
huge loss.
not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
Yeah. Physical PS5s, not the digital only, because
Yeah.
boy oh boy, I don't like the all digital revolution, not one bit.
Yeah, it's like, look, digital is fine as long as it's only one of the options. As long as we have our options for putting that sweet little disc in... Wait, what was I talking about?
I love collecting discs. It's fun. It's good. So yeah, that's the Spider-Man news. We got our teaser for God of War 5, which I'm sure that big God of War fans will like. I'm pretty neutral on the franchise, to be honest with you.
I still need to play the most recent one, which, I mean, looks like it's like, yeah, it doesn't matter how you feel about the franchise because it's just something totally new and different anyway. So
yeah.
For better or for worse, I guess, because I will tell you that something totally new and different hasn't always sat well with me in certain other franchises that we shan't mention. The Village.
We shall not mention the Village. Oh yeah, the new trailer for the next RE came out.
It's
I
like...
should have opened with that. I should have opened with that because you probably have some strong thoughts about that.
How is that in any way RE? Come on.
Oh, I have some bad news for you. Our a mutual friend that I introduced you to, Bjorn, loves the look of that game. He thinks it looks great.
Well,
So you're gonna have to fight him. You're gonna have to fight him on that.
Pistols at Dawn?
It's a deal. I shall set it up.
Bow and arrow at dawn?
Yeah. Oh man. I still don't think that that I've even seen that trailer, but I knew based on what I heard that you would have thoughts on it. So I did
It's like,
want to lead with that.
it's like, come on, guys, you literally just returned to form with the RE2 and 3, reimaginings. Like, get back to your roots.
Back to the roots.
Nope, they're going back to hillbilly horror.
Back to hillbilly horror. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't have any issue with a hillbilly horror. I'm not much of a horror guy in the first place, but that's not the point. The point is that hillbilly horror can afford to be explored a little bit more. Like, there's been a fair few of them, but it's not like the most prominent form of horror. Like, it's not the most overdone. But in the case of a Resident Evil, specifically, yeah, there's been quite a few now.
Yeah, and I mean, just that is not why I fell in love with the franchise. Where is the corporate conspiracy? Where is the science fiction?
You could. Damn, that's such a cool bit crushed fucking scream.
Yeah.
You could argue that that RE4 was kind of hillbilly horror.
But that's the one that kind of took it in that direction. First.
But the catch is the hillbilly horror-esque a segment only lasts for the first part of the game, and that ends a 1/3 in. So
yeah, but if they change the whole franchise to, cults and castles and lava pits, that wouldn't make me any happier either, So.
Fair enough. Yeah. Ah! Now it's half a second off. I like living dangerously.
So what Pokemon is this exactly?
This is I think this is like a Garchomp or something like that.
It's like it's the Mega Evolution of Garchomp.
Yeah. Yeah, same time.
Damn, that is good.
And now for phase 2. Oh, I love phase 2. It's so fun.
Turns out its neck is actually a bunch of critters.
Look, they fused together. It's so fucking radical. Also, I should be using Zangetsu's high DPS for this segment. Get in those fast hits. That was close. I take a lot of risks with that.
Matt is the timing master.
I definitely try to be. I'm not always, but I try to be.
So you didn't even have to go. Wait, didn't those critter things do a whole wave on you?
The critter things.
The neck, the neck with teeth.
Oh, the stuff on the bottom of the stage, right?
Yeah. Don't they do a wave that you have to jump? Did you just finish it so quickly that it didn't even do one of its attacks?
No, that did show up. When you see it do its huge fire blast, then the body underneath it will start to bob up and down, and that's a sign that the second that the fire breath ends, you have to jump right away.
Right. Okay.
Or take the hit. Yep.
Man, these things are so ugly. That's the things at the beginning of the main game, right?
This is the stage at the
The
start
ship.
of the main game.
Yeah.
The ship, yeah.
What is
You might
this?
recall it. Yeah.
What is this? A demake?
It's yeah, kinda, yeah. I guess that would technically qualify. Well, this came out first, so
Yeah.
They were being developed at the same time, so yeah, more or less the same thing.
Minus the exploration.
Yes. There's something about playing a streamlined game that works much better for a Let's Play.
Yeah. Well, I mean, length aside.
Yes.
Because sometimes you want to just get through a game. So you can squeeze through there, right? Yes.
Yep. And now we get these guys, yeah!
I haven't seen one of these in another game before. Are they gonna...
I remember you from Castlevania 1.
They even, like, drop the little potions. Just like those guys.
They sure do.
Oh my god, there's a 1-up. Don't fall into the pit.
I love retro gaming. Now we're safe. Now we're in the clear. Now, a interesting trick to keep an eye out for is Jeeble has one consistent sub-weapon, which is the bat form. So when you when you hit a lamp, the purple ones are normally used to get a new sub-weapon if you're playing one of the three other characters. If you're playing Jeeble and you hit a weapon lamp, you will always get a big magic potion. So if you want to farm magic as fast as possible, when you come across one of those, switch to Jeeble.
Yeah, I found that really useful.
Yeah.
Especially like if you're like totally happy with all the other sub-weapons you already have for the other characters. And you just want to keep your supply up.
Yeah. Very handy.
Such a cool dude. That's how you design an suit of armor enemy.
That's right. Oh yeah, the Emma designs for the monsters in Bloodstained games are pretty damn strong, honestly.
I guess that is one kind of oh, I fucking hate this thing. You can freeze it and destroy it in one hit if you want to. But it's a bitch.
Bye.
Cuz yeah, that thing will suck you in and then it's insta kill.
It's a dang old one-hit kill.
So watch out, folks, when you play this game. We are here giving you the hottest tips about Bloodstained.
All the hottest tips about this 2-3-year-old game now.
I guess. On the main menu, push up, up, down, down, left, right, and then.
That's a pretty good. I haven't even memorized the Konami code actually. I should know.
I wonder how many games there are out there that like somebody actually put in the Konami code in them and people just haven't bothered to discover it because there's no cheat codes anymore.
Yeah. This game has cheat codes actually.
Oh. Did not know that. Like just straight up cheat codes, like extra lives and shit.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think it's only applicable for one of the game modes though.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's refreshing still.
Yeah. Something fun, you know?
Yeah.
You have to throw in something fun.
Unless you're Konami, then you have to. Then cheat codes are $2.99 for every time you want to use one.
No, that's if you're EA, but
right.
Yes, that still works too. Yeah. All right, let's go. Man, Jeeble's fucking cool. Not as cool as Alucard. I always have to preface it with that.
I
so it's
mean,
pretty cool.
Alucard turns into a bat. So
does turn
yeah,
into a bat.
if you were playing as Alucard, you would totally just be able to do that.
Yeah.
His standard attack might not be throwing bats.
No, that's a Jebel Llama specific thing. Awesome, fine points. I want those 1-ups. Thank you very much. As you can see, even on a veteran difficulty, it's a challenging game for some segments, but it's not hard enough that you're constantly worrying about your lives.
Well, the veteran difficulty is just for the lives, isn't it?
It's for lives, and it affects the jump physics and possibly the enemy place.
But not like how much damage you take or how much damage.
I don't think so.
Yeah, so it's not like
I'm a 100%.
It's not like a full-on like make your life miserable mode because you're so hardcore.
Right.
This is a proprietary lantern. Oh, we got 5 minutes.
Oh gosh, let's reset that real quick, shall we?
All right. Okay, I'm recording again.
We're back.
And this is a cool boss.
He's so fucking cool, man.
What kind of Pokemon is that?
My favorite one, that's what.
It's a legendary.
Ah! I forget how to
That was such a Hank Hill scream.
Whoa! Fuck!
You can kill those things, right? The lightning.
Oh shit, I can! I completely forgot that I could break those. Thank you, Eric. Oh, how silly of me.
The lightning rods. Now, how important it is that you use her for this fight? Because she's kind of low.
Yeah, no, it's just more of a comfort thing for me. I just prefer playing as Miriam for most instances. Just her playstyle works well for me.
Yeah, but if you die, you're gonna have to start the fight over, so you might want to switch.
That is also valid. Tell you what, if I take one more hit, then I'll definitely swap.
All right.
Whoops.
Okay.
And that's the cute.
There you go.
And now I tragically don't have my slide anymore, so I can't move forward when that's happening.
Right. Yeah. That was the tough thing
Huge
about
incentive.
it. Now the wind only blows in one direction, right? Like
Yeah.
it don't. So it's almost like an asymmetrical battle.
Just blow up, I don't care. Just fucking blow up.
Okay, you might actually.
Nope. Yep. Now it's okay. It's okay.
Now it's okay.
I'll just tank the hit.
Who are we gonna recruit this time?
Absolutely nobody. Hey, 1-up.
Yay! We are